Oh god, here we go. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. My name is Jordan Dicko. I go by xJJDAWGx on Twitch. The link is going to be in the... Sorry. I just ate some oatmeal. It's unprofessional. I get it. I go by xJJDAWG on Twix. By the way, everybody on Mixer, everybody who's moved from Mixer to Twitch, I hear you, man. Can't relate, but you know, my channel is always open, so hop on in. For the third time now, I'm gonna try plugging my channel. I go by xJJDAWGx on Twitch. You can find the link below. It's twitch.tv/xJJDAWGx. Now, I haven't posted in like a week, and that's because I've been stumped on content, and I had no idea what I was doing, and I'm just realizing how much of a lazy I have right now. This is obnoxious, and I need to look at the I need to look at the camera, not the screen, because I don't want to talk below you guys. Your eyes are up here. But we're going to do some new content. It's going to be kind of like a podcast format. You guys are going to see me play some WoW, World of Warcraft, and I'm just going to be talking about some thoughts that I have right now, given a few things that have happened on the internet lately. And we're going to just kind of take it from there episode by episode. You can expect these videos coming out, either the podcast or another video, every Saturday. Otherwise, I'll be stumped again. And yeah. But every Saturday, I'll post a video, podcast, gameplay, etc. Video on YouTube. So, like I said, this is kind of like a Joe Rogan podcast. I'm gonna kind of follow his free-formed but very expressive format, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. So, here it is. Alright, so I got a Tauren warrior. His name's Sky Panther. I literally just started throwing names out there, and this was available. So yeah, let's get into it. And so what I wanted to kind of talk about today was kind of just, first of all, like, introduce myself, Jordan Dicko. You got I mean, if you guys have made it this far, you guys have seen the intro. I'm going to kind of make this a free-formed podcast format. I mean, you guys will see some gameplay, but also you guys can either just watch the gameplay, and that's why it's going to be on YouTube, or you can listen to this just as, like, you know, audio as a podcast. And I really think that this will kind of be a, hopefully what I'm trying to get out of this is what am I trying to say, is just kind of like maybe a non-traditional point of view on like recent events, and kind of just something to, like, freeform ranting that you guys can either enjoy or be like, meh, this guy's a little annoying. And either way, I get that, I really do. And so, let's go. We got Thug Bearclaw and Prince Speech. Is this Princess Peach? Oh my god. And so, topic for the day is, after the introduction, we're gonna have a topic, and it is Dr. Disrespect, Jenna Marbles, and kind of like the cancel culture of content creation and no, not so much all the scandals that are coming out. Well, this actually might be two examples of scandals, but quite frankly, just like cancel culture in general, and how does content really stay yours after you post it on all the platforms you want to see, or all the platforms you want to post it on? Like, is it like well, I think most people have like good intentions, and I know Jenna Marbles from like back in 2010 when I was a toddler, like back in high school. I don't think I need to introduce her much in terms of like who she is. She's a YouTuber, blah blah blah. She's been on the platform for 10 years, and I've seen the same thing like twice. Now I'm going to the mailbox. And so what I oh Jesus Christ, 28 days. I mean, hell yeah, I'll take this. I'll take that. Cool. Two-handed, beaten axe. I mean, okay, cool. I know, bastard great sword. All right, cool. More stuff from. No, that's all right. Like, holy crap! This is a guild that I 10, 15. Manhand. This is a guild that I joined. God damn it. Jesus. Return. Mallet. Rusty. Ooh. Two-hand. Hell yeah, maybe. 64, cool, got it. Jesus. So, what was I saying? Jenna Marbles, she's a popular streamer, from back in my, toddler days, and, like, this is something that, that's kind of not hard to say, but I'm also struggling with with words and trying not to say the same thing twice. So what I'm trying to say is that, like, she's been kind of hit by this whole cancel culture BS. And I say BS just because, like, the things that she's being like canceled on it's some pretty, racist content, and I'm not going to argue that it's not racist, but like it was like her content that she's been canceled on is just like, it's so oh shit, back, shoulders. It was just so long ago that it's peace. Like the backlash that she's getting canceled for. I wouldn't even like put it in quotations. The content she's getting canceled for, which is like, an Asian rap song with a racist phrase in it, blackface, which bad, and some other stuff. But I really feel like the punishment of completely driving her off of completely driving her off of YouTube is just obnoxious. Like, I know, like, I saw the video where she kind of explained how she wasn't hurting anybody, and you could tell, like, right off the bat that, you know, as she explained everything, like, there was no ill intention with it, and I know that probably doesn't matter to most people, or to the people that are canceling her, but, like, dude, like, shit happens. And I know that's not a great response, but, like, it was so long ago. It was something that, yeah, I'm not gonna ever support her and say, or I'm not ever gonna support the videos and say, like, no, they're fine. Like, it was pretty racy, but to the extent of pretty much driving her off YouTube until, like, further notice, it was completely bullshit. And I really feel like maybe just asking her to private or take down the videos, that could have been it. It'd be like, hey, Jenna, you know, I know you didn't feel, I know you didn't mean anything by this, and you're a better person, you're a better person now, or you've grown away from this, which she has. And I don't follow her content, and maybe that's the reason why you guys are going to be like, oh, who's this dude just, like, rambling on, can't put words together on, some internet drama. Well, guess what, man? You could, like, you don't have to be a diehard follower of somebody to realize that they mean well. Whatever mistakes they make, and successful content creators and internet people are just like you and me. Like, everybody kind of, I feel like, allows or, like, sees the clout that people like Jenna and Dr. Disrespect have, and think they're demigods with, like, who are just flawless. No, man. No, they're just like you and me, and, like, they took a chance, and it worked out. Took a lot of hard work, man. It took a lot of hard work, and it's like there's nothing different, or it's not like everybody doesn't have an opportunity, to become their version of that. Like, that's just, like, everybody has an opportunity to become their version of that, and everybody's not going to have, the same amount of clout. Like, if they do that, everybody's not going to have, like, the same amount of clout and awareness as someone else. But, like, they believed in themselves enough to make the jump. Having said that, and I think I'm, like, kind of rounding it out a bit for Jenna, it's like you can't ruin these people's careers for like a mistake. Like, I know everybody's gonna probably see this and be like, he's racist. He's a small streamer and he's racist. I'm not racist. I'm not. I make some dark humor jokes that I'm never gonna probably share on stream, but I'm not racist. I'm not. I don't support, like I've said, like, I'm not trying to, like, repeat myself, but, like, I'm not, supporting the videos that were kind of highlighted in canceling her. they were bad. They were, you know, they were bad when they were like racy and like borderline, when it was like a little bit more okay. And it's never okay, but I'm saying like when it wasn't really recognized as, you know, a completely bad thing. But especially now with 2020, where like, you know, we're finally kind of flushing out, hopefully, knock on wood, flushing out that type of like racist bigotry behavior. It was never okay. It's just now being fleshed out, hopefully. And I'm also, you know, I'm also getting into more focusing on like Twitch and using YouTube for my Twitch. So I'll hopefully have a lot more clear thoughts to say on Dr. Disrespect. So I'll get into Dr. Disrespect here in a little bit, or right now. Dr. Disrespect is a very controversial streamer. Controversial in the sense that he's been suspended more than once, and you know, he cheated on his wife, which he completely was, you know, took accountability for. Took a break from streaming on that, and what I'm you know, upset about is like, for all of that, for all of the for all the 1 second here, 48, 64.
Walk with the earth, mother.
Oh my gosh.
How?
For all the yes, yes, yes. All right, and then I think we're gonna sell everything else. But for all the
Be careful.
for all the controversy that Dr. Disrespect has, he's, what I've felt is, has always been accountable with it. Accountable even in the sense of the bathroom, like at the bathroom incident at E3. I've always felt like, you know, in the slight little, the slight little research that I have for what Dr. Disrespect has had, like, he seems like a very responsible, accountable human being, and that's kind of why, you know, I feel for Dr. Disrespect, because he's always been that very accountable human being, and I think, and I feel like many others who are part of that Champions Club, if you will, anyone who's like a part of that community, like has kind of backed him, knowing that he's gone through that, those bumps in the road, if you will. And so that kind of leads me to a third point of, I've maybe have had some very chopped up and clunky thoughts on both Dr. Disrespect and Jenna Marbles, but like, is like your content yours anymore, like as fellow creators? Not like, because I'm not saying, let me put down all my bags. Like, I'm just a little bit confused in the sense that, once you create content, put it out on social media, is it yours anymore? And I know I definitely started the first episode of this with with that answer or with that question, and then okay, shut up. And then I kind of got into Jenna Marbles and Dr. Disrespect. But is it like, is your content really yours anymore? Like, is it like it represents who you are? It represents who you are and what makes you different. I feel like at least, I'm gonna speak for myself. For me, I'm like, my goal is to definitely take a stance on some things like the Jenna Marbles thing and the Dr. Disrespect thing. For the sheer fact that, guys, like, this is like, I know I'm building a brand and I know I'm representing myself in a certain way, and that certain way is to that certain way is like a very respectful but very strong react and very clear stance on how I feel about something. Does that make it like not politically correct? I certainly hope not, but like I know that I know with everybody being sensitive and everybody like having their one thing that if it gets talked about and kind of like poked fun at, like, they're gonna get offended by it and have a fucking microaggression. Like, I don't think that's anybody's intent at all. Well, I don't think that's the majority of people at all when they poke fun at you for it. I think they're just recognizing that, I think they're recognizing in a fun way when they poke fun at it, i.e. comedians, and I'll probably get into that in a minute, but like, it's not, it's hopefully not, like a totally mean stance. It's a very like harsh react version of just poking fun at something. It's not supposed to be you're a shit person for believing in what you believe for believing in what you believe in. Like, no one's taking that away from you. Nobody is, but like, I just feel like you have to have a certain amount, like, unfortunately, like, thick enough skin to kind of be able to laugh at yourself. And everybody kind of like gets offended in the sense of, once it becomes their thing, they get upset. Look at this. I just don't want to like completely sink. And so that's kind of like my little rant, because like I'm out here trying to make content like I am right now, and try to put something meaningful out here, and that's why I did this podcast, and I really feel like there's a lot of softness in people that, okay, hold on, the wolf has got handle on me, so make sure that I don't die. And right now we're going out to mine some ore, dude, or mine some copper, man.
That ability isn't ready yet.
Get him. Alright, can we Can we take down all three? Let's do it. Let's do it for the chat, but let's do it for the episode.
More rage.
Take care of these people. Take care of these tanners. Alright, here we go. Tank. I'm just a tank.
Not enough rage.
I'm just a tank. Get him.
I can't do that yet.
Get him.
Rage.
Alright, what was I saying? But yeah, like, I feel like there's just a shit ton of softness in society right now that makes it impossible for anybody to have a, anybody to have like have a strong or like to have a point of view on something. Like, you don't have to pay attention to me if you don't like what you hear right now. You don't have to pay attention to you don't have to pay attention to like anything anybody you really like don't like. But like, it's not their fault that you're offended by it, by what I'm talking about. Like, if the point of view that hopefully helps you, with a certain amount of that helps you, that helps you kind of like, either like change or confirm your point of view. I just feel like people that if you can't disagree with someone, then like you're not growing. Like you want to be stuck in this you want to be stuck in like your point of view and like not grow with it. And so that is, and I just think no version of that or any version of that is healthy. Like screw being offended and like calling out cancel culture. I just don't think listening to people and at least having like a small debate, having a conversation of like conflicting thoughts isn't healthy for growth, man. And a lot of people still need. I feel like a lot of people could benefit from like always doing. I'm up in here trying to.
Not enough rage.
I'm fucking Sky Panther.
More rage.
There we go. Now we need to put on some bandies. Good old bandies. Alright. Some linens. So I learned I learned first aid, and lens actually have a use now, which is dope. There we go, create all. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up because I feel like it would, speaking of like research, I feel like it would benefit me to do some more research on whatever I'm ranting about. So thank you very much for listening to this link, or listening to this rant. This is going to be the first podcast of kind of like a WoW podcast where you just kind of like listen to me rant on, you know, internet news. And I'm not a news source. Do not mistake this for a news source. I am simply just ranting and, you know, making a more well-informed, as we go on, a more well-informed opinion on Dr. Disrespect, and kind of like either creator's responsibility to not offend anybody. However, I feel like if you're not offending somebody without being a jerk, without purposely offending people, I just feel like if you don't have, you know, a clear opinion on something, then you're not really like representing and representing yourself very authentically, and you're not trying to stand out in any way. You're not trying to, you know, take a stance and like and sit and, you know, say something. And I really think that's kind of like where I was getting at with the whole like is your content yours question. You know, because, you know, you do want, like, I feel like any good creator wants to take a stance on something. And sometimes you're not going to like that, but do you think that they should be canceled for it? No. Like, again, you don't have to like it. You know, and like, if you really think it's like that bad, then you don't have to follow them. But like, it's their point of view. Like, it's not you know, it's not supposed to like personally attack you. So it's not supposed to, I don't think. But yeah, I'm gonna run the outro again. I'm Jordan Dicko, xJJDAWGx on Twitch. You can follow all my socials in the comment section or in the links below. And then if you found any part of this that you found interesting, please leave a comment. I'd love to know what you thought was interesting and whatever you could add on to this. And also like what I could do better. Remember to like, subscribe, and look out for more videos on every Saturday. Peace out, man.